arguably one of our best performances this season against Salzburg. 2-1. Come on, let's go. Let's go. But I'm disappointed because if I look at the stats, the number of shots we had on target, the areas we played our shots, we should have scored more than 2 goals. Come on. Honestly, we should have scored more than 2 goals. But hey, we take it like that. We're on top of the group. Some few months ago, we were last. People were laughing at us that we'll be going to the Europa League. But we are happy that we are topping the group and we are qualifying to the next stage of the competition. I'm happy with the player performances. Even though I did not watch it because I'm hearing a lot of talk. I know the fan base. When players don't play well, they complain. They will criticize. But the fact that people were talking about the performances of Kai Havertz, Conor Gallagher, Trevor Chalobah, and a few host of names, the team did incredibly well. My football app also says that the team did incredibly well. People were talking about Havertz's goal and Kovacic's goal. They were fantastic goals. I rewatched it through the highlights and it was so good. Excellent goals. We know Kovacic's quality. We know he's quite good when it comes to his dribbling, his press resistance, and his vision. We don't take that away from him. But I hope he adds goals to his game. That will make him a complete player. Look, because he's that good and that excellent. For Kai Havertz to be receiving the praise that he's been receiving, I'm happy for him. I just want him to be a little more consistent because we don't want you only to be appearing in clutch matches. We want your qualities even in games that do not seem important. But through that, you can accumulate more points and stay in a comfortable position in the league. Well done for your good performances. Hope you continue those good performances because we need that a lot. There's something that does not sit well with me, and I'm not happy about it. Whenever we have such great displays, there are certain people we want to give a lot of praise to. The coaches. They are those who are the masterminds behind it, behind all the good performances the players did on the pitch. And I think it's quite unfair. Whenever they draw the plan, they bring an idea, the player executes it, and it works. We praise the players. But the coaches, it seems that we don't put that sort of energy into praising them. And that disturbs me. It worries me, honestly. When Potter was having this sort of bad performances, of course, against United, I wasn't happy about the performance at all. It was kind of lackluster. I was angry, not at the manager per se, even though the manager was at fault at certain decisions he made. The way fans, especially Chelsea fans, all the time give this sort of heavy criticism on the manager. There's this sort of extreme scrutiny on whatever choices he makes, which to me, it doesn't sit well with me. I don't get it. Why do we do that? I remember Graham Potter, in some of the games, he played certain players that were questionable in the eyes of the fans, which I think the fans have the right to debate as to which player they would have liked in the squad. But to go your way to say that the manager's choice is wrong, to me, it doesn't make sense. If you want to manage, the job opportunity was available for you. Why didn't you apply? Just go and apply and say that I want to be the manager of Chelsea Football Club and then manage the team. But when someone goes his way with all the experience and the knowledge he's had, he comes and he puts up a lineup. He tries a kind of system. Then you are complaining. That is unfair. Now, the team is producing results because the manager brought a fantastic idea. Graham Potter is a genius. We were asking, how are we going to play without Reece James? And he's shown us against Salzburg. He played 2 wingers as wing backs. And I was happy with that. This is what I was crying for. But hey, I'm not the manager. So whatever he chooses that works for him, fine. I am on record to have said that for me, I have no problem with the formation. If it is 3-4-3 you want to play, it is 3-4-2-1, whatever system, 4-3-3, whatever. Choose. So far as it will make us defensively solid, I care less because I believe that these formations are defensive formations. But you want your team to be highly attacking. And you're playing the wing back position, which is a midfield position. And wingers could play, traditional wingers could play in midfield, especially at the wide areas. So I was saying, you want creativity, put wingers there because they are the ones who have the technique, the attacking sense to be able to create those sort of chances. So why don't you put them there? And he placed them there, and it indeed worked. I'm not saying that formation has no downside. But if you want a certain result, you have to put in a certain level of work. You have to put in a certain level of resource into it. And in your team, you have certain attacking resources there. You have Pulisic, you have Sterling. They are all highly attacking. Put them there and they'll create chances for you. They are aggressive. The team worked for us and we are happy. We are shouting that, yes, we've been able to win the game. After all these things, we still do not give him the praise that he deserves. So for me, I'm disappointed in this. I'm disappointed in fans doing this. The earlier we change our mentality, the better for us. This last thing, before I end my video, fans, look, all of us need to be sure of what we want. What do we want? We say we want creativity. Creativity starts from the manager. And what we mean by creativity is you experiment on ideas. The ideas may not be good, they may be bad. But if you don't experiment, what are you going to create? So if a manager brings out a tactics, his people have watched games, looking at their own players on the training pitch and other things, and we still discredit their capability to do things, it's quite unfair. You want creativity from your team. The person who is supposed to be creative, the most creative person in your team, it's not the players, it's the manager. He should be the most creative person in your team. So allow the manager to experiment. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We get the benefit of hindsight. When the manager creates something or experiments on something and it works, it benefits the team. So if you want the team to be creative, allow the manager to be creative. It would trickle down onto the players. It would give the players a measure of bravery to be able to risk things, try things on the field just to create something. And that is how the best teams are made. The best players also are made. So fans, if you want the team to be creative, give the manager a little bit of flexibility. Give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's always remember that these managers have done it before. He took a team of players that are quite inferior to us in Brighton. He turned them into a highly attacking side that is not only capable of creating a lot of chances. What they don't know how to do is to score goals, but they also know how to defend resolutely. We've seen it and we know what he could do. So why are we afraid that this guy is going to collapse our team? All we need to do is to make sure that we keep the players on their toes, to listen to the manager. If they listen to the manager and it doesn't work, fine, we put the blame on the manager. But if the players don't put in any sort of effort at all to apply what is being taught to them, then I'm sorry, I cannot blame the manager. Some of the players need to account for whatever they do on the pitch. So this is my only problem or my only gripe with what is going on when it comes to how we see our managers or how we compliment our managers when they do something special for our club. But yes, I appreciate the good performances of the team. They have it in them to play like this, but they will need to be very, very consistent. That is how we'll be able to get the result, because we have very good players up front who could score goals. The more we create for them, the better our chances of winning games. So that is it for me with the video. The way you guys are happy and you are in a euphoric mood, I know that this would convince you to subscribe to my channel and hit on the notification bell. If you enjoyed the video, please push or promote the video with your likes. At least get me up to some 15 likes. I would appreciate that. And I hope to catch you guys later in my next video. Enjoy the rest of your day.